Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the new video. I'm the Casual Racing Gamer. Today we are going to check out GT7 and 2 exclusive PSVR2 features that you can only see if you have a VR headset, and it is not available in 2D. So if you're only playing on a 2D screen and you do not have a VR headset, you cannot see these two features. One of them is understandable why you can't use the feature, and then the other one we discuss is something that I feel was possibly, I don't know why it's not available in on a flat screen. I think you can appreciate it even in a flat screen because you get to see things that we'll go over, but obviously it is extremely more immersive seeing it in VR, and we'll go over those two things. And I'm going to be curious if you guys actually use these features, if you think it's a big deal that you actually have these features. And for guys that do not have PSVR2, let me know if you're upset about not having at least one of these features. One of the features I understand why you can't have, but the other one that we're going to talk about, the second one we're going to talk about a little later in the video, that's going to be the biggie. That is the biggie that I think is a big deal. But let's go over the first one. Let me hop into my headset and let's start talking about this. So here's the first one we're going to go into. It is the replay mode. So in replay, we have the regular 2D replay where actually in the VR headset you also just watch it kind of on a 2D flat screen in front of you. You're not actually in a VR immersive experience, but you do have the option to watch a replay in VR mode. And what that actually does is it kind of makes you feel like you're a spectator at the stadium, at the track. So you're kind of just placed in different places on the track, and you feel like you're like standing on the side of the track. You're not just watching it on a screen, so you can look around and things like that. Now, the one thing I don't like about this view is you don't have the option to fast forward. You can't rewind. You can't change your location, where you want to sit, where you want to stand. It kind of just places you in the place where it wants to place you, that they think you want to see different cool angles of the race. I do wish they maybe updated this where I can, change the laps, fast forward, rewind, and, maybe change my location. I'd love to be able to just like pick a seat somewhere and be like, all right, if I was in this seat, what would this race look like if I was someone, actually at the race? And it would be really cool if you can pick different places in the grandstands and things like that to watch the race. But if you're going to give me a VR option to watch the replays, then give me the options to go into different cars and check out different views and things like that, and at least be able to fast forward and rewind to certain things you want to see. But otherwise, you just got to kind of watch. You just got to kind of watch the whole race. So, not that useful to me. It might be useful to you. So you guys can let me know in the comments. Now let's jump into the meat and potato of PSVR2 exclusive for Gran Turismo 7. This is going to be the VR showroom. Now the VR showroom can be used for used cars, and it can also be used for new cars. And there's actually a difference if you look at something in the brand central store, or if you actually want to view it of a car that you actually own. There's actually different options, which is pretty cool. So let's first go to the actual brand central location and see, what this offers. And I totally recommend, if you're going to be using this, I definitely recommend using your controller for this, because there's going to be options and buttons that you want to use on here that you might not have on your wheel. And we'll go into that and I'll show you what that actually is going to look like. So let's hop into the Lamborghini, and I want you guys to let me know, what is your favorite car that you've actually looked at in the VR showroom? So this is going to be specific to PSVR2 users. You're not going to have this option if you don't have your headset plugged in. It's called VR Showroom. So the only thing you can do is you can see dynamic scenes of the car in Brand Central. But if you actually own the car, and again, if you're not in VR, there is a view that you can see of inside the car. And if you want to see that, you have the option to see inside the car. You can't move around or anything, but it does show you the inside. But that is only if you actually own the car. For VR showroom, you can actually do this for any car that you don't own, new or used, which is, they're giving VR users something additional. Why they don't offer it to non-VR users is, I'm not really sure of that, but it is cool for VR users to actually have. So let's hop into the showroom. Here you can see all the different controls. So that's why I'm saying definitely you want to use your joystick. So here we are in the Lambo. Now it's going to put you in here, and right now, when you're in the news shop like this, you only have one option to where you want to actually look at your car. And this is in the brand central station. So we can't go to different scenery or anything like that. Now on your joystick, you can look around, you can turn your car, you can actually move around like you're walking around the car. It does walk around really slow, but again, it's really cool that you can see your whole car. Now, if you push down on the joysticks, you can actually go up in the air. So you can now view your car from the top. And then you can also go really, really down low. If you want to really get down low and see, you know, I want to really inspect my tires right here. Let's say you can actually now move around. You want to look at the back of the car. You can see the engine and everything in there. Look at that. You can come right up to this car. You can peek right in. How cool is that? You can raise yourself up a little bit. And you can really, really look in there. Now, if you go a little too far in the car, now we got to back up a little bit with you in. All right, there we go. So that is so cool, right? Look at that. You can see the engine. You can go up higher if you want to look at something else. You can go down low if you want to look under the car. That is the lowest we can go, though. So we're right now, we're down at the bottom. And we can move around the car from the side to side. Another thing you can do is you can change the lighting. So right now we're looking at the car in the light in the daytime, even though we're indoors. Now, if we click that button, it's going to get even brighter. Now we're in like super brightness. Now our car's really bright. Let's click that again. And now you can see, oh, it's kind of getting a little dim and dark in here. So you can see it in all different kind of lighting and stuff like that and different lighting actions. And let's go bright. Now, in addition to all this, we can raise ourselves up here. So let's come all the way up. We come all the way up here looking at the car in the bright sunlight. Now, here's the cool thing, guys. We're going to hop into the car. So we are now in the car. We cannot use the accelerator. We cannot rev the engine. We can't do anything like that. But we can look around the car. And, you know, from the inside, we can, again, on the inside of the car, we can change the lighting to see how it affects the car inside as well. So now we're, you know, a little bit darker in there. Now we'll get a little bit brighter. And you can, you know, see how everything is around the car. I would love to be able to test drive the car if we're in the VR showroom and take it for a spin. Unfortunately, you cannot do that. But, you know, it's still a really awesome option. And at first I didn't actually, I'm going to show you a different, I'm going to hop into a different Lambo that I think looks sick. Wait, hold on here. How sick is this car right here? Look at the inside of this thing. This is so sick. It is so awesome to be able to just come in this car and see how awesome, like the immersion that you're in this car right now. It is crazy. Look at that. You can see out the sides on the floor. So something like this in VR that we can actually look around is just so cool. Now, I wish you could use your steering wheel and like turn the wheel and stuff, but it's not going to, you can't move it. You can't do anything like that. You can't shift. You can't drive. You can't rev the engine. So, you know, this is what we're getting right now. It'd be cool if they expand on what we can do. But this car is like, it is so sick in here. I'd love to be able to drive this thing. So maybe I'll have to hopefully get it one day. But it looks pretty amazing. So as you can see, all these cars here, when you're in the actual new store, you can only sit here and view it in like the Brand Central showroom. But let's hop into a car that I own and then take a look at the options, because there's different options now for the cars that you own in the VR showroom. So we are going to hop into my Porsche. And now here you can see if you use the right and left buttons, you can change. This is in a 2D view now. So if you're not in PSVR, you can see the inside of the car and you can change. There's certain views they already have locked in. Now, again, you can only use this for cars that you own. You can't do this for cars in the shop. But the thing with the VR showroom, with cars that you own, the cool thing is you can actually go to different locations and see your car in different locations. So they have a Pick Garage 2, Japanese style room, cafe, a car dealership. Brand Central is, you know, where you can see all the cars that you don't own. You can see it at the GT Auto Shop, the showroom, a home garage, San Galgano, the City of Arts and Sciences, and a parking lot. So, you know, I can bring it to my home garage. And now we're in my home garage, you can look around in the actual garage. And, you know, just looking at your car in a different type of atmosphere, we can then hop into our car. You know, here we are, we're in our car. You can look around. Now, again, you can obviously, any car you own, you can obviously just go into the race and start, you know, driving it and see the inside of your car. But it is kind of cool that you can see it in different locations. So let's bring it here to like the GT Cafe. And now, you know, now we're outdoors. We can have, you know, the birds, the wind of the trees. We can, it's just a cool like atmosphere to be in. We can walk around a little bit here, but it just looks kind of cool. We're kind of in, you know, We're not at a racetrack. We're nowhere. We're just looking at a nice little restaurant bar area. So it's kind of nice to see your car just sitting here looking around. You can look around everywhere, see all the nice scape. And let's hop into the car. Now we're in the car. Well, you know, we can look around and see everything from inside the car. So again, it's cool. We can change the lighting also in these. So now we're in super bright. Let's click that again. Now we're in a dimmer, darker view. So, you know, our steering wheel's all lit up. Everything else is pretty dark in here. And then we can click that again, get a little bit brighter. And then we can go full brightness daytime. So let's check out one more place. Let's check out the Japanese style room. So now we're indoors. It's nice. You can hear the birds. Nice and relaxing. We got some bamboo out there. Some bamboo trees. And we can, you know, look around. Check out our car here. We can move around to the back. We can come down here. Let's check out the back of our car. And let's check out everything. Everything's really detailed, really nice. And let's hop into the car. And again, we're inside the car, and you know, nothing exciting in front of us, just a wall. And we can also change the lighting inside as well while we're in here. So now we're really bright. Now we're dark. Then we're bright again. Oh, you can actually, so look at the left here. As I went to bright and dark, ready, look at the left. Now it's bright. Now we go dark. They close the doors. They close the doors at night on the left, because now you can see, now you can see on the right how it's dark out. And they close the doors on the left. Watch this. It's going to open up as we get in the brightness. Look at that. The doors open up. The weird things that you notice. But yeah, you know, this is the inside of the car. So that's the difference between looking at your car in the VR showroom of cars that you own and going to Brand Central and opening, looking in the VR showroom for new cars that you don't own. So guys, in the comments, let me know, you know, if this is a feature that you actually use often. Do you go check out all the cars? And let me know your favorite cars to actually look at in the VR showroom. Leave it down in the comments because I want to check them out. I want to know what the coolest looking cars on the inside are. So if you guys enjoyed the video, thumb it up, subscribe for more awesome GT7 plus all other types of racing game content. And we're going to catch you on the next one, guys. Appreciate it. We out of here. Peace.